Hello and welcome. Yes, but we intend to brighten your day even further with a plethora of guests.
Yes, so let's get straight into it as we say hi to the cast of Once a Year in Blackpool.
It's appearing twice throughout the Greater Manchester Fringe Festival, so let's welcome the Carlton, the writer, and of course we've got our lovely Linda, our Molly, and our Dom, everybody. Here they are. Tell us about it. What's the story?
Once a Year on Blackpool Sands is a true story. It was told to me way back in the 80s by a guy called Eddie and his boyfriend Tommy, who at 18 came to Blackpool for the annual Pit Close Wakes, and they met these incredible characters in the guest house, and it kind of led to what could possibly have been the first gay pride march of 6 people in the UK, but it was 1953. And it was a very brave thing that they did.
Because it was just after the coronation, wasn't it?
Was.
So it was quite radical, this.
It was.
And I guess you are the characters.
Yes.
We are. So give us a bit of a potted, background.
So I play Maureen, who is the landlady's daughter, and she's a bit of a misfit type of thing, and she makes friends with Eddie and Tommy. She is the one that sort of connects with them out of the guests. She decides that she's gonna walk with them to just support her friends, really. Yeah.
And I love this look. This is kind of how I look most nights, to be honest with you. Tell me about your character then.
I play Red Ethel.
Right.
I play Gladys, who is the landlady. I play her mum, and this young lady's grandmother. Now, Red Ethel has had quite a rackety past. She was sort of very well known. She was on the stage. She worked her way up from chorus girl, slept her way up from chorus girl, and to get to the top of the bill, and she was very well known not only for her antics on stage but off stage as well. So she put it about a bit during the war. She's a cantankerous old cow, but she's a brilliant character.
I like the sound of her.
I like this.
We haven't just got one character in you, we've got 3 different characters, haven't we? Explain a bit.
4.
Four
Four
wow.
characters. I play the role of James Elbridge, who's a gentleman come up from London to Blackpool to do the famous North to South Pier walk, where he's going to reveal himself in his feminine identity for the first time. He's not cantankerous and he hasn't slept with anyone, yet. But the one key thing about him, he has 3 specific female identities that he's trying to resolve, and each one is from a key female figure in his past. So one of his personas is based on his Aunt Margaret. One of his personas is an American called Patty, who comes out of absolute nowhere, but I suspect Hollywood might be the culprit there. But it's a fascinating character and incredibly challenging to play on stage because he's swapping from persona to persona at every given moment.
Well, we want to know where we can see this.
Yes, where can we see it?
We're at the 3 Minute Theatre in Manchester from the 11th to the 13th.
It's a great venue.
Perfect intimate space for this play. And then we're taking it up to Salford Arts Theatre on the 20th and 21st.
There we go. Well, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing it. Thank you. Right then, well, it's now makeup time with our Jeffrey.
Hi, and welcome back to your weekly makeup fix. Today, we're going to learn how to do a floating cut crease. Hi, to begin with, we're going to start off with priming our eyelids. So I'm going to be using the P. Louise eye base. I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand. And then with a concealer brush, I'm just going to coat both sides. I'm going to use this to cut out my brow as well. I'm going to go in, coat the whole eyelid. And then you're just going to tap that product to help set it. Now moving on to the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Pro palette in this nice, beautiful, colourful palette. I'm going to go in with New Day. I'm going to take it on a big, fluffy eyeshadow brush and really load that up. I'm not going to tap off the excess. I'm just going to dump the product right in the middle of the eye here. And in small circular motions, you're just going to start to blend that out. And you don't want to apply too much pressure, you just enough to get the product on there. The same again on the other side. Now I'm just going to take a smaller blending brush, and I'm now going to go in with Daydream, this orange eyeshadow. Again, load up the brush. And now I'm going to place that slightly under the yellow. Again in the middle, starting in the middle and just blending up and out. Now I've got to go in with this shade here on a smaller eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to go in and create a crease. So again, just slightly under that orange. And you just got to blend up and out. Now once you have your eyeshadow on, you're going to take some more of your concealer in the back of your hand, and then taking your concealer brush, you're going to start from the center. I like to do this with my eye open so that you can see where it cuts, and just going to then cut away a lid. I'm going to take it from the outer corner of my eye, and then I'm going to bring it in just like a liner, and then curve that, and then I'm going to add a nice white pigment from Obsessed Cosmetics. And I'm just going to place it all over where I've just cut out. And that's how you do a floating cut crease. And then you can add your wing liner or just a line of black liner there, and then you can add your lashes.
Well, time now for our next guest from the play Out.
This is fabulous. Now introduce yourselves.
My name's Stuart.
My name's Adam.
And my name's Lenny.
And I love it all already. And you brought a poster for us. You are certainly working this poster campaign, aren't you?
I've been practicing all day out in the canal street.
Yes,
Yeah,
and you come dressed in a nice tie.
Certainly.
Is this you or is this costume?
This is costume.
Okay, tell us a bit about your character then.
So my character is his name's Luke,
Uh-huh.
and he's a very confident out gay 18-year-old who lives with a single mother, Debbie.
Is that you?
Yeah, I'm playing his I was a teen in trouble, obviously.
A strong female character.
Yeah.
Is that what you are?
Yeah, very much so.
Yes.
And everything's been fine. Like, I've encouraged him to be himself and be out. But where we join us, he's started to date somebody who I don't think is appropriate.
Oh.
And that could be Stuart.
That's
Is
me,
that
yeah.
you?
That's Neil, yeah.
Why are you so inappropriate?
Because I'm twice his age. But
You're
also...
looking good on it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's probably not a good thing for you, to be fair, though, is it? That he's looking good, that means you're not.
Yeah.
Anyway, come on, as you were.
I'm having that, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm happy with that. Yeah, no, it's okay.
But yeah, we know each other. So there's a moment in the play where we catch a glimpse of each other and we recognise each other, and I know the secrets of her past that he doesn't know.
Now, you've actually wrote this as well as starring in it, so what was the inspiration for the whole thing?
Just an idea, I guess I had one. We did a play last year in which there were kind of 3 young lads, 2 brothers, and there was a dad that was spoken about and then a mother that was never mentioned. We talked about after the play, like, oh, I wonder, what happened to that mother, and it just sparked an idea in my head of like, oh, actually, I wonder,
And where's it's on at the 53?
Why not write a play about them? It's not the mother, but a mother.
A mother, a strong female, love it, and especially one with lovely hair colour.
Cheers.
It's at the 53 too. Now that's a great venue, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
got so many good plays this year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So when's it on? July?
It's this Saturday and Sunday, 7 o'clock.
I am staring at your crotch, but only for reading
That's
the bottom part of the
absolutely-
poster. Obviously. 7th of August, is that
No,
right?
July.
Yeah, of what?
July.
Of July? Oh yeah, July the 7th and 8th, there we go. And
You really are not looking at
I
my
can't see!
And the 21st and 22nd as well, so it's a split
this
run.
weekend, and then 2 weeks' time, it's on again.
There we are. I've got this now.
And so this is part of the Fringe, but going past the Fringe, are you thinking of taking it elsewhere? Is this just a start for out?
Well, I hope so. You just never know with these things. I guess it depends on how well it's received and what the reviews say. And yeah, it would be nice for it to have a life. It's always nice when because you work so much and intensely on a play, like 3 or 4 weeks in advance, and then you do like 4 or 5 shows, and it's over, and it always feels like it's a bit too much work this side for that. So it's always nice.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing this. I think this strangely enough, believe it or not, sounds right up my street. So I think I'll come and watch this one. That's the July the 7th and 8th and the 21st and 22nd. Thank you. Shabba.
Off into the world we go, planning futures, shaping years. Love bursts in and suddenly all our wisdom disappears. Love makes fools of everyone, all the rules we make are broken. Yes, love changes everyone, live or perish in its flame. Love will never, never let you be the same. Love will never, never let you be the
Okay, so here we are now with two of the lovely cast of Aspects of Love. Introduce yourself.
Felix Moss, I'm playing Alex.
Hi, I'm Kelly Price. I'm playing Rose Vibert.
And you've both just sang together. It's quite sensational,
Oh, bless
isn't it? And you forget just how passionate and great the songs are from Aspects of Love.
Yeah, they are. They're a joy to sing. We forget because it was done back in, was it the early 90s? It was premiered. And people who remember it first time love hearing it again. People who don't know it, bringing it to a new audience. And the songs are so well written and it's just so beautiful melodically and so romantic.
Do you remember it first time?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay.
I'll have to find someone. Anything but lonely. Anything but empty nights. There's so much in life to share. What's the sense when no one else is there? What's the sense when no one else is there? Oh, it's gorgeous. And yeah, and there's loads of other, I mean, Seeing is Believing, another one that, and I'd heard them, but I didn't know them terribly well. So yeah, it's just, and there's lots of other beautiful songs in it as well.
There's so many nice songs in this. And we were saying before that it seems to be a mix of people who either know the show really, really, really well, or people who only know Love Changes Everything. It's the song that made Michael Ball who he was. And I think people will come see this show and they'll leave singing the songs to themselves. It's not that complex. It doesn't alienate an audience in any way. The songs are catchy, they're beautiful, and people are going to leave, hopefully, in tears. The song is very simple. Yes. The song is very simple. It goes dum 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 dum, and that's pretty much the whole song. But it's very sentimental. It's far deeper than the surface simplicity might suggest. And when people listen to it, we want them to think about themselves. We want the song to reach out to people as a whole. We don't want it to be an anthem because that's not what this show is. It's very intimate. It's 2 pianos, percussion.
And it was always meant to be a chamber piece. It was always meant to be in a small space. It was written like that. So we can just focus on that really and not get overwhelmed with too much sentiment, you know? Actually just keep it real.
And my head
we're en route. So here we are now with our gorgeous Titters. Hello, Titters, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, ladies.
What have we got this week?
Roller derby.
Oh, yes.
Roller derby.
Anything on skates?
Anything on skates?
Yeah, women getting physical. Proper contact sport for women.
Yes.
I want to see the video.
I bet you do.
Yeah. Well, the sport itself originated from Chicago in 1935.
Oh.
And now it's a worldwide sport.
Oh.
As I said before, it's a contact sport for women, which I always think it's a good place.
It's a contact sport.
Yeah, we can get rid of your anger.
Well, what do you do? Roll around and then
it's
bust
the
it?
hard women, actually. There's no messing about with any girl games.
I prefer to see the hard men doing it, but that's another story altogether, isn't it?
Yeah, but they don't, because it's a ladies' game.
It's just a ladies' game?
It's a ladies' game, yeah.
Well, that's sexist.
Well, yeah, but tough.
It's all about power women this week, isn't it?
Right, the teams, there's 2 teams.
Yes.
Each consisting of 15 players.
Yes.
And there's only ever 5 on the track at any one time.
Right.
And these are made up of 1 pivot, 3 blockers, and 1 jammer.
Pivot. What film's that from? Program's that from, everybody?
I don't know.
Friends.
Oh, is it?
Oh, he's pushing the couch up the stairs. Go on.
Right, sorry. And each match lasts 60 minutes, divided into 2 halves.
Right.
And they do get a bit kind of physical in terms of pushing each other out of the
Yeah.
way and dodging and moving about.
Right. They skate counterclockwise.
Oh, why?
Because they do. Start from the front line, which has got the pivot on.
Pivot.
Behind the pivot.
Yes.
Are the 3 blockers.
Uh-huh.
And at the back line, we've got the jammers. Now, the jammers are the only one who can score points. So, the race starts.
Yeah.
Or the jam, as it's called.
The jam?
The jam starts.
I'd want music with it.
Oh, yeah, a bit of 80s rock.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And the jammer has got to pass the other 4 of the opposition.
Yeah.
And then they've got to leg it round on the track.
Yeah.
And lap them. And then they get a point.
Right.
Tell me about the names, because the names excite me as well, because they've got nicknames, haven't they?
What do they? Right, you probably know.
Do they?
You mean the
do
teams?
You know more than
The
Titters.
teams. The teams are the actual.
The actual people.
Have you been on Wikipedia?
I might have done my research for this show.
Mm-hmm.
But
Go on.
they do have names as players.
Right.
And it's kind of like the Bulldog, or the, you know...
Sounds like an episode of Prison Cell Block H to me already.
But it is, it's, you know what, they're
Yeah.
great names.
Right, I must be honest, I didn't get that far. Anyway.
Yes, go on.
And so that's how they score the points.
Yeah.
If they ever want to give up their jam
Yeah.
while they're running round, because if they've had enough and they can't catch,
Mm-hmm.
the girl puts her hands on her thighs, and that stops the jam and they start the game all over again. You get as many jams in as you can in each half. Yeah, I know, it's wonderful.
Does this happen all the time, or do they
Yeah.
only get jammed once a month?
Well, however, there is a local team
Uh-huh.
called Rainy City.
I bet there is.
Yeah, they're based in Oldham.
Oh,
Rainy City.
I've heard of Rainy City, and they
Yeah.
are
Raining jam.
really
What's
good.
that? And they have 3 teams. They have the sort of like the All Stars.
Yeah.
First team, which is the Rainy City All Stars.
Uh-huh.
The second team are called the Tender Hooligans.
Lovely.
And they play competitively.
Yeah.
But the teams, it's more about growth and development, so
Uh-huh.
they can become stars.
That sounds
and
fab.
they do go all over the world, these
This
teams,
is
aren't
it,
they?
yeah.
So they might be
It's
starting off in
not-
Oldham, but, you know...
Yeah,
they
no,
go
but
all
that's the
over.
competitions. And the third team, called the Rainy City Revolution, are just for newcomers. Well, if you want to watch them,
Yes.
right, there is a game on Saturday the 14th of July
Yes.
at the Thunderdome
Yes.
at Oldham. The doors open at 2 p.m.
Yes.
At 3 p.m.
Yes.
is Limerick versus the Revolution, 13.
Yeah, yeah.
And at 5 p.m. we've got the Tender Hooligans versus the World. So they come from all over the world to do that. And the admission is £4 per person, bookable online.
Sport for next week. You said one, didn't you?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, my turn?
Yes.
All right, then. I would like you to do Gay City Bowlers.
Well, that's it.
I'll leave that with you. Right, then. There you go. And we'll see you next week for that.
Yeah.
All right, well, cheers. Thank you.
Just thinking of next week's costume.
Oh, God.
Well, that's all for today's show, but we've got loads more next week, including a bit of ABBA.
Until then, thanks very much for watching. Your Manchester.